11 action continues here in St. Louis, Missouri, as the Gladiators welcome the Las Vegas Fury to Gateway Coliseum. 71 degrees and sunny. Week 11 action continues. Andy Hamilton and Gerald Giudice. Gerald, welcome to this awesome matchup between these two teams vying for playoff positioning, but neither has their spot locked up just yet.
Oh, they're both 6-4, pretty evenly matched teams here, as Las Vegas Fury coming in with a 4-game winning streak, beating San Diego, Fort Worth, Arizona, and Sioux Falls, while St. Louis comes off an emotional win last week over Atlanta Swarm, 23-21 on True Gladiator Day. So this team is on the way here. Try to get to the playoffs, they need wins.
Yeah, and a great point based on St. Louis's last 5 games. In the last 5, they have lost 4 and won just the last one against Atlanta. In Las Vegas's last 5, they have won 4 and only lost back in Week 6 to Louisiana. The Fury have started ripping off wins and are trying to make a late season playoff push. A win today would help them do so. And Gerald, from all the math we've seen, 7 wins looks like it might be good enough for a playoff spot. But again, nothing guaranteed in the SFL, so a win today, very vital for both of these franchises. St. Louis, wearing green and gold, will get the ball first. They will bring it out to the 19, and that is where this offense will get started for the St. Louis Gladiators. Let's walk you through the offense. Christian Brown, the rookie at quarterback, has played up and down this season. Cairo Martinez is the halfback. Bill Cherry leads the way in front of him at fullback. Eagle Mondavi, Paul Dillevue, Phil Koss, and Guy Clausen, the receiving threats. Amy Shalizzi kicks the football for St. Louis. They will start with 4 wide, and Brown will take a 5-step drop. Sidearm pass is good for first down yardage to Mondavi.
Mondavi, the leading receiver for Gladiators, coming in with his 70th catch on the season, the favorite target of rookie Christian Brown. Like you said, has been playing up and down during the season, but last week he was great. 17-21 for 213 and a touchdown.
They will go 4 wide again. A 3-2 look here out of Las Vegas, trying to play the pass. Brown, 5-step drop again, moves up in the pocket, throws the out route there, caught another 5 yards. 2 completions on 2 throws.
Great block there by Cairo Martinez, keeping the fullback in, the halfback in, for protection. It was a great throw, like you said. He's 2 for 2 and 2nd and 5.
That one was out to Elsie Mondavi, and it will set up 2nd and 5. Now St. Louis will go with a more traditional heavy set. We see this a lot for the back Martinez. They'll feed him off this right side, and Las Vegas was key to it. They get over to make the stop, and that's a perfect time to run through the Vegas defense. Rhett Sawyer, Ryan Ray, A.K. Jones make up the defensive front. Eric Davis, Slyn Shady, and Day Drury are the linebackers. Tom Krieg, Merrick Itera, and Nicky Colantrelli, Chris Magel, and Max Jackson are the safeties. Dustin McRack does the punting, and Otis Bordeaux the kicking for Las Vegas. 4 wide here for St. Louis. Another out route, and that one is caught, but short of the sticks. And that's something that you play with these out routes here, Gerald, is sometimes you're going to end up, throwing the out route that's complete, but well short of the line to gain.
Yeah, Phil Koss ran that just a little bit short. That brings up a punting situation. They're going to see Graham Northrup come up here and try to pin Las Vegas deep in their territory.
And for St. Louis, they would like a little bit more out of their opening drive. They only go 20 yards up the field, had a couple good plays, but it stalls out. Las Vegas will take over after this return. The return still going, though. Shedding tacklers across midfield to the 41. A huge return there, and that will set them up. Really good field position based off of the Doug Britton return.
Doug Britton having a great year returning the football, had the most punt returns coming in and the 3rd most yards, and that's going to help in that category. He is also leading the SFL this season in kickoff returns for touchdown with 2. So great return there and puts Las Vegas in great position.
After all that, only a net of 2 yards for St. Louis on the punt. Here is the first throw for Pierce, going to check it down. Oh, what a nifty move! Oh, Scott Johnson says, I'll see you over here, pal.
Wow, just a little bit of a wiggle and a shake. He just gets past that first tackler, and that Colin Pierce was really good on that one, going through his reads. You see going down to his check down and Scott Johnson, but Scott Johnson made that play. Amazing move.
Wiggle, and a shake. I guess that's what the kids are calling it nowadays. Three in the backfield, play action pass, and that one is caught on the sideline there. John Blades hauls it in. Let's go through this Las Vegas offense. Another rookie on this side of the ball, Colin Pierce for Las Vegas, the quarterback. Scott Johnson, the halfback. John Blades, Mason Kirby, and Doug Britton are the receiving threats, as well as A-Star Miramontes and Tiberius Bovine, the tight ends.
Tiberius Bovine, the 14-season vet, almost 12,000 yards receiving. What a target there for the rookie if you have to have one.
Split backs here, toss across the middle, right on cue. Tiberius Bovine hauls it in down to the 13.
Second leading in yards for the career, fifth in the receptions, fifth in touchdowns. Great security blanket, but Colin Pierce has a tendency to throw picks this season, but he's looking good on this first drive.
They will feed Johnson, and he will pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Gronek in on the tackle. Let's run through this St. Louis defense real quick. Todd Dubstat, Tom Tanner, Igor Barbatov are the defensive line. Rondi Panani, Mark Gronek, and Tony Roberto are the linebackers. Freeman Peltier and Drew Riley the corners. Zach Holdorf, Gerald Winkler, Colin Douglas, and Nicholas Warner are the safeties. And that rounds out this St. Louis defensive unit. They are in a 4-3, and here is Brown Pierce, who fires outside. That is caught. Mason Kirby down to the 5.
Mason Kirby coming in here, 19.7 yards a catch, number 1 in the SFL. You're talking about that St. Louis Gladiator defense, that defensive line. Man, they're just amazing. They each have 4 sacks and 8 tackles for loss. But they're definitely a force up front.
2 in the backfield here. 5 down linemen. They give to Johnson, and he does not get there. St. Louis read that one well. Little bit of jawing after the play there, but it was Gerald Winkler, the safety, who came down and made the play.
Came down and snuck behind the offensive line there and was able to tackle him for no gain. And after that big return from Doug Britton, St. Louis's defense bent but didn't break. It's going to hold them to a field goal.
Kicker on for Las Vegas is Otis Bordeaux. Cole Trickle on for the hold. Hold down, kick up from Bordeaux, and that is good from 22. And Las Vegas takes their first drive based off of a great return there from Doug Britton to set up the Otis Bordeaux field goal. Both second-year players, Gerald, making an impact.
Definitely a 7-play, 35-yard drive results in that 22-yard field goal for Otis Bordeaux. And they take the early 3-0 lead.
They will kick it back now. The Gladiators going to get the football here with 6:38 to go in the first. And the return here will get angled and only out to the 19. Some short returns here for LC Mondavi.
Yeah, LC Mondavi might want to start taking a knee here. Both drives starting inside the 20 as she brought it up from the end zone. Let's see if St. Louis or Christian Brown here can get some type of momentum going here as they had a short drive the last time. We'll see if they can get some first downs here and gain some yards.
Went with some out routes. Now a heavy formation, which usually means Mr. Martinez. And he's walloped in the backfield. Not going to get anywhere. Coming right through the hole to plug the gap there was Day Drury.
Tackle for loss number 8 on the season. He just busts through there. There was no place for Martinez to go. 2nd and 13.
3 in the backfield. Cherry along with Martinez. 4-3 look here out of Las Vegas. They'll flip it out to Martinez, and he will only get 1 or 2 there. Shlyn Shady was out there to make the play.
If you ever want to talk about a sure tackling outside linebacker, Slim Shady is it. Coming in, he led the team in tackles with 87. Great open field tackle that only gained one. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and long.
3rd down for St. Louis, their 2nd one of the game. 5-step drop for Brown. Stands in the pocket, delivers across the middle, and he delivers it to Las Vegas. Intercepted by the Fury. It's taken away by Max Jackson, the veteran.
Max Jackson coming in, leading the team with 8. Now his 9th interception of the season. And I think he just read Christian Brown's eyes there. Yeah, he looked like he was going to go back. Saw Christian Brown going to fire at that receiver and just steps up and makes a great interception. That's the 32nd takeaway for the Las Vegas Fury this year, coming in 3rd. So Las Vegas using special teams and defense to give their offense again starting field position in St. Louis territory.
Yeah, this spells trouble for St. Louis. They've had 2 drives, neither of which have got across midfield. They threw a pick and had a punt returned all the way back across the 50. 2 backs in the backfield here for Pierce. He fires, caught, and that is a 9-yard pickup there to Mason Kirby.
That's a little short slant route there, bringing up 2nd and 1. Got Scott Johnson in the backfield with the. He seems not to be able to run the football that well so far in this football game. 2 carries, 1 yard. So you might see a little bit of maybe a tight end out here, or maybe just a run straight up the gut. See what happens here.
3-4 look out of St. Louis. They'll give it off to the right, and that's the wrong decision. Right there, coming up through the field was Tom Tanner, the rookie 1st-round pick.
Great play by the rookie, just absolutely busting through that offensive line and tackling Johnson for a 4-yard loss, bringing up 3rd and 5. The St. Louis defense come through again here, holding no field goal.
Might as well have been a sack. Any run play that loses more than a yard or 2 should just go down as a sack. That throw from Pierce caught, and how did they mark him short? His feet were across the line. I guess they're going to say the ball did not get across the line for John Blades. Questionable call by the ref.
I felt like he was there for the 1st down, but he just lost his footing and ended up going backwards. But it's going to be 4th and 1 here. And are they going to go for it here, or are they going to bring out the field goal unit?
I would. Why not, right? You're early in this game. You're up by 3. A touchdown could really separate you from St. Louis in a close battle. Colin Pierce, the rookie under center, trying to draw this defensive line off sides. The defensive line all under 4 seasons in the league. Dubstat in his 3rd, Barbatov in his 2nd, and the rookie Tom Tanner. But it will be a timeout from Las Vegas. Couldn't get any of those 3 to jump.
If you're going to waste a timeout, though, I would like to have seen a challenge. But if you're St. Louis, your defense has come up big once again here. 3 plays for 9 yards. They're going to be kicking a field goal here. Both drives, like I said, started in St. Louis territory, and neither one of them find the end zone.
Yeah, and if you're the Las Vegas coaching staff, you're kind of scratching your head. You're going, oh, you know, we've had 2 opportunities to score touchdowns, and we're sitting here with only a 1-score lead. You know, it can be very frustrating, Gerald, especially when now a touchdown for St. Louis would give them the lead.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at St. Louis drives right now, that's 5 plays, 20 yards and a punt, 3 plays, minus 2 yards at the interception. And Las Vegas has 11 plays, 44 yards, but it's still only a 6-0 ball game. St. Louis has got to be feeling fortunate that they're only down by 6.
Kick is away. LZ Pryor will again bring this one out. 3rd time. This time she angles to the right. Ooh, walloped. Oh, my. How is LZ Pryor scraping herself off the turf?
Wow, that was a big hit. They need to start telling her if it's 4 yards deep, just take a knee. Not only will get us to the 20, but save yourself the punishment. That was a big hit.
They are going backwards here. They'll start this drive at their own 18-yard line. 4 minutes to go here in the first. Las Vegas has dominated the game so far. High snap here to Christian Brown. Fires underneath. Oh, that's a linebacker crossing And I think Gerald Brown did all he could to try and save Paul Dillevue from taking a moonshot there from the linebacker, but sometimes there's just only so much.
Oh, Slim Shady was just waiting for him coming across the middle and absolutely laid the wood down. It's up to fight another day, but wow. Well, we got he held on to the football.
Handoff here, and they're going to go Martinez. Stretches it out, has the first down yardage. One of Martinez's better runs of the day so far.
And they had a great seal blocks there on the outside. Spring for that first down. And I think that is the first down for St. Louis on the day. So finally some positive yards here for St. Louis. Let's see if they can do here on the new set of downs.
They will go heavy again, and Las Vegas looks as if they've prepared for this in the week prior. The question is just if you can stop it. Martinez not stopped there before reaching the St. Louis 42.
Having success running to the left side of that line. Again, just great blocks here on the outside. You can see, one guy got panicked. You see Bill Cherry out there walking away, and that's a nice block there on, I believe, Nicky Coentrelli to get outside seal to get Martinez the first down. 4 carries for 15 yards. So moving the ball here on their third drive of the ball game. Let's see if they can get across midfield for the first time in the game.
De'Aaron Adamos was out there in front blocking as well. Now they're going to go gun split pro here against a 4-3 for Las Vegas. Possibly a shot. No, underneath. And Day Drury, one of the veterans there, is saying, not today.
His Mr. Kimbe Mutombo impersonation right there. No. Comes up with a great deflection, bringing up 2nd and 10. And he's lucky that was a linebacker instead of a cornerback because there was nobody out there that could have been a pick 6.
3 in the backfield. Cherry in front of Cairo Martinez. And they will feed him again off this right-hand side. Martinez will shoulder forward for 6. Interesting to note, Gerald, these two teams have faced each other 3 times, and St. Louis, who only as a franchise has 34 total wins out of their 107 in franchise history, leads this matchup 2-1.
Yeah, they came and they won a huge game in season 14, 43-17, and actually beat Las Vegas at home in overtime with a 38-yard field goal by Amy Shalizzi, 26-23.
3rd and 4 here for the rookie. Brown fires. Oh, how did Phil Koss haul that one in? Wow.
Let's see the replay on this because that ball went off like 4 different hands, but it ends up in the hand. We're not going to see it, but Phil Koss with an amazing grab there, and somehow, some way, St. Louis is on Las Vegas side of the field. Wow.
We'll talk about Philly. Mr. Koss saves the St. Louis drive right there. And Cairo Martinez will just fall down at the line of scrimmage saying, all right, let's all collectively get our breath back.
And Ryan Ray there with the tackle, 6'3", 285-pound defensive end. Yeah, that's a play where you just want to just calm everything down and just get settled here and don't want to make any mistakes.
4 wide here, bunch to the bottom of the screen. Las Vegas trying to play bump, which is very hard against a bunch formation. Brown fires underneath, caught on the out route. First down yardage and a good tackle there on the sideline, but it's the Eagle, Mr. Mondavi, with first down yardage to the 25.
Mondavi with a great catch. He had a great tackle by Nicky Coentrelli here coming up with a big hit. Look at that. That's textbook. Form. That's textbook. Shoulder right on the outside hip and just drive him out of bounds. That is textbook tackling there, Nicky Coentrelli.
Known safeties in the league. Here is the give to Martinez. Scoops up 6 down to the 19.
I like the play calling here on this drive. A nice mixture of run and pass. When they're expecting a run, they get a little bit of a nice little out route to gain some yards. They're expecting a pass. They run either Martinez up the right side or the outside of the left side of the line, and they're having great success on this drive.
2nd and 4, 2 in the backfield. They will feed Martinez again. He's going to stretch it way outside and ran about 8 yards, but ended up losing one. Colantrelli there to make the play.
Great pressure that time by Las Vegas to stretch him out further. Had great penetration on the right side of the line to force him to go backwards and just struggled to get to almost to the line of scrimmage.
That will take us to the end of the first quarter. Las Vegas so far in control of this one. St. Louis trying to claw their way back into it. Down 6-0. Vegas on top. Gladiators with the football. Don't go anywhere. Third and 5 for the Gladiators wearing green and gold. They will give Bill Cherry ball on the ground, and St. Louis able to fall on it and save 3 points. The man who was able to save them was Bruce C., the left tackle.
Left tackle Bruce C. sees the ball well, sees it on the ground, falls on it, like you said, lucky enough to fall and to get St. Louis 3 points. That could have been devastating to have that big of a drive and have it result in a turnover.
The ball is quite literally bouncing the Gladiators' way this drive. Shalizzi on to try and salvage some points. She will put the kick up and through. It is now 6-3. Man, Gerald, with Phil Koss and then that fumble there by Bill Cherry, the Gladiators are hanging out with Lady Luck today.
Definitely. That's why they're playing with Vegas, brought Lady Luck with them. But right now, Lady Luck is riding with St. Louis, like you said. An interception, defense holding Las Vegas to 2 field goals. That miraculous catch by Phil Koss. He's grabbing that fumble. A 6-3 ball game, and it could very easily be a lot worse than that if you're St. Louis.
It was just the 36th carry for Bill Cherry. First fumble of his season this year, and luckily St. Louis able to retain the football and score some points, and now Las Vegas will get it at their own 20-yard line. And Gerald, they have looked pretty good, but have just been unable to finish.
Oh, we'll see what happens when Las Vegas actually has to start on their own side of the 50 this time. Both their first drive started in St. Louis territory. Let's see if they can get an extended drive here.
Tight end flex here for Pierce. Pierce going to dump it out to Johnson, and a good form tackle by St. Louis. Closing in on the football was Tony Roberto.
Roberto coming in. Had a really good game last time. He had 4 tackles. Oh, another great tackle for loss there. Brings up 2nd and 12.
5th tackle for loss of Roberto's season so far, and it sets Las Vegas up for 2nd and 12. They will give Johnson off this left side. Another tackle for loss. Drew Reilly coming up and making the play that time.
Unbelievable pressure there. I believe that was Jared Winkler on that tackle. Again with the tackle for loss. Right now, Scott Johnson, 4 carries for -5 yards. The running game is definitely not going for the Fury right now.
Here is 3rd and 14. They will fire, and that is well short of the line to gain. Catch made by John Blades to get the clock rolling, but not much more than that. Big sequence for St. Louis.
St. Louis comes up with a 12-play, 61-yard drive for a field goal, and then it comes out defensively and forces a 3 and out. Should get decent field position here with them not getting past the 21-yard line. See what the St. Louis special teams can do.
St. Louis, Gerald, coming into the game, gave up 62% on 3rd down. That is worst in the Simulation Football League, but they are able to get off the field there and get the ball back for their offense at the 36.
You're saying 62% worse in the league, but right now Las Vegas 0 for 3 on 3rd down, so they definitely shored the defense up in that category for this game. Now let's see what Christian Brown, the rookie, can do here on the 4th drive of the game.
4 receivers wide, bunch formation, and 2 bump coming out for Las Vegas. Here is a deep drop by the rookie. Sidearm sling, caught on the out route. That bunch is giving Las Vegas lots of issues. It prevents them from playing that bump coverage as much, Gerald.
That's definitely hurting this ball club. As you see, just a nice little sidearm fling there, and there's just nobody there on Eagle Mondavi. Just was able to turn upfield and gain a lot more yards after the catch. And like you said, press on a bunch formation is tough. And they got to find some way to stop this, or it's going to be a long day for that secondary.
Chuck Warsaw in coverage there for Las Vegas. Just lost the Mr. Eagle, and here is the give to Martinez up the gut. He'll scoop up 4.
A great stop there by Tom Krieg and company, bringing up 2nd and 6. Martinez is not having a great day, but compared to Scott Johnson, he's having a fantastic day. 10 carries, 32 yards, but it's the mixture of the runs and passes that's what's helping St. Louis right now.
4-3 look here out of Las Vegas. Give Martinez on 2nd and 6. Spun back inside, only got 4.
I don't know if that was planned, but I think he had plenty of room on the outside. I'm surprised he cut it back. That might have been a mistake here. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
From the 37, they need to get out past the 35 of the Fury in order to move the chains. 4-3 look here, 4 wide in an ace quads formation. Here is the rookie, fires beautiful out route again by Mondavi. They run it a lot, Gerald, but Las Vegas has been unable to stop it, even if they knew what was coming.
Yeah, even if they knew it was coming, just it was a great route by Mondavi, just breaking it off, maybe a little shorter than normal, but given his target, his rookie quarterback, a great target. And right now they're inside the 25. They might be scoring here on this drive some way.
3-2 here out of Las Vegas. Deep drop. Brown fires another out route. Tipped up and almost intercepted. And there is the stop, Gerald. I was just going to mention, the hardest part about coaching in the Simulation Football League is not figuring out what the other team is going to do or wants to do. It's figuring out how to stop it.
And that was maybe an ill-advised throw there. Christian Run, there's a lot of white Las Vegas jerseys right there. Luckily for him, that ball fell to the ground, didn't get tipped from the interception.
That may lead St. Louis into other type of routes now that the out route may be closed down a little bit. A run up the middle is good for Cairo's average of 3, and it'll bring up 3rd and 7. Slim Shady closes the gap.
Slim Shady is just unbelievable. 6'3", 238, really quick, and is able to go laterally, probably better than any outside linebacker in this league.
They might try an out here on the top side of the screen. Brown, deep drop, and he will sling the out route, and there it is. Nice completion as they are just abusing Chuck Warsaw, the backup strong safety out there on the outside, and Gerald, it's worked so far for him.
He's just taking advantage of that backup in there. Mondavi's having an unbelievable half right now. 5 catches for 71 yards. Puts them over the 900-yard mark for the season. Let's see what they could do on 1st and 10.
4 wide, empty set, throw underneath on an in route there, and that is good for 4. And again, Gerald, the chat here on Simulationfl's Twitch page is talking about, how that they run that play a lot out of the bunch with the out route, but Las Vegas has shown them nothing to say that it won't work. And if as a defense you can't stop it, as an offense, it's your prerogative to continue to do it until it is stopped. There was the one deflection, but since then, St. Louis has seen success with the out routes. They'll throw another one, and it's good for another 4 yards.
Like you said, it's up to the defense to take that play away from St. Louis. And if like I've always said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're going to continue to just drive the football down the field on those plays, and the defense is unable to adjust to that, hey, it's going to be curtains again here, Las Vegas.
They will put 2 in the backfield. Give here. Martinez not going to get to the line, and there is the hard part about some of those short routes is that when you go to the run game, you have to be able to move the chains, and Lewis did not allow them to do so that time, and St. Louis is going to have to settle to tie this thing up.
Another missed opportunity for these offenses here, resulting in field goals here instead of touchdowns. That could come back to haunt them here. You need to score touchdowns if you want to get that 7th win here and maybe secure a playoff spot.
Shalizzy sends it up and through, and that's a positive for St. Louis as they tie the score. But Gerald, the one thing I'll say, and I don't know if the chat will want to hear it or the fans at home will be interested in watching it, but I would have just continued to throw the out route the whole time.
I, I agree. I mean, like you said, it's not the offensive prerogative to say, oh well, we're just running the same play all the time. The defense can't stop it. Keep throwing it. And it was a nice play, a nice drive there for St. Louis. 11 plays, 60 yards.
Now Las Vegas with the opportunity. They went up 6-0. Now they're back to 6-6. It's a fresh new ball game, brand new for Britain in this offense. They'll come out here at the 21.
Right now, St. Louis, there's been 46 plays in this ball game. St. Louis has run 31 of them. Let's see if Las Vegas can somehow get a couple first downs here and get that defense off the field.
3 wide here. They'll give a trap play here to Johnson, and Johnson is stifled after only getting a yard. And Gerald, that's one of the weak spots for St. Louis's defensive unit. They give up 89 yards a game on the ground. That's 15th in the SFL.
They're not showing that in this ball game right now. -4 yards for Scott Johnson on 5 carries. They've really shored up that run game here. 2nd and 9 coming up for Las Vegas.
They will give Johnson again. That's a nice little counter there, and he'll pick up 4 or 5, and it'll be 3rd and manageable.
Gets him back to even on the ledger here on 6 carries. 3rd and 5. This is where, if you're Las Vegas, you would love to see maybe a shot to Blades or even Kirby.
3rd and 5. Here is Pierce. Throws, and that's batted away. Incomplete. Right there was Winkler to make the play. They tried to test him, and he was smart to it.
Arian Cabretti was the intended receiver. And another 3 and out for this Las Vegas Fury offense. And it's just something that you can't do. Your defense has been on the field quite a bit in this first half, and you're just going to put them right back on the field. You got to get something going here in any type of series right now.
McRack is on to send this one away. Kick is off, and Elsie Pryor, decent return from Pryor, will pick up 5 or 6 out to the 37. St. Louis, Gerald, this has to be some of their best field position today.
I believe it is one of their first better field positions of the day. 3:27 left. You have all the momentum here. Last 2 drives have been 23 plays and 121 yards. Let's see if they can drive down here and get some points here before the half.
Here is the give off the right side. Martinez, plenty of room. Martinez threw one. Martinez down to the 37-yard line. Huge run for Cairo.
Having a lot of success running outside the line right here. You see some great blocking right there. And then just putting his shoulder down and absolutely leveling Max Jackson right there. Gained some extra yards after contact. And the first play, and they're already in Las Vegas territory here. I think they're right. I think they are in range for Amy Shalizzy. So right now here, any yards here is just gravy for Shalizzy's range.
Here is a throw from Brown across the middle, collected for first down yardage.
Hit yourself some there, Eagle Mondavi. Great catch. Having a great first half here. Christian Brown is having a decent first half too. 11 for 14 for 96 yards. The majority of those going to Mr. Eagle Mondavi. Now up to 91 yards. Christian Brown, total 15 for 112.
That will set them up at the 23. Here's the give off the left side. Martinez, and he is ran down from behind by A.K. Jones. That's a big boy falling on top of you, Gerald.
A.K. Jones, 6'5", 310. Puts him in the ground. but not until he gains 2 yards. It's going to bring up second, and then let's see if they get a playoff here before the 2-minute warning.
Brown will lead them up. The last thing you want to do is rush it before the 2-minute warning. He will take the snap. He's going to throw the out route. Oh, man, they have had more success out of the bunch with that type of play. Slim Shady was in position that time to make the play on it, and they'll actually have to snap another one before the 2-minute warning.
Yes, Slim Shady read that one great. But it seems like when they run it through the bunch for that out route, it just puts confusion in the secondary. So there's the bunch right here. Can we see another outplay here on 3rd and 8?
I would imagine that we could, Gerald. Brown here under pressure throws the in route, and see, there you go. You take away the out route, the in route comes into play. A beautifully scripted play from St. Louis, and they have extended this drive right at the 2-minute warning.
What a one-handed catch there by Paul Dillavo. Brings him 1st and goal at the 9. This is where these offenses have struggled here, not being able to put the ball in the end zone. Let's see if St. Louis can finally be successful.
2 tight ends on the field. Bill Cherry out in front of Martinez here. Brown under center. Feeds Martinez running left, and he is stopped on that left-hand side. Merrick Itero, the longtime cornerback for Las Vegas, makes the play.
Merrick Itero is a 7-season vet coming in, over 500 tackles on his career. Stops him for a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd 10 with $1:30 to go in the half.
Similar formation. Don't think it's the exact same. They will give Martinez left side. Martinez! Ball on the turf. Who's going to fall on it? I believe Las Vegas has it. Day Drury recovers the fumble that Slim Shady forces on the outside.
Unbelievable turn of events here. A big fumble here. Did they come up with the ball? I don't know if Drury was there.
Day Drury right there falls on top of it.
Unbelievable. What a turn of events. Another turnover here. This time inside the 10. Very costly for St. Louis. They could have easily taken the lead here. Now the ball is in the hands of Colin Pierce and the Las Vegas Fury offense.
They will give left side. Oh, boy. Could this go? He's out across the 50. 1 tackle to break, and he does so. Scott Johnson. See you later, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty, to the tune of 94 yards. That'll help your average out a little bit. 6 carries for no yards, and now you're 7 for 94. Comes up to the outside, was really untouched here until he almost got past the midfield stripe here. Busts through a nice tackle there, and then by that time, that was the only person to get a hold of him as he takes it to the house. 94 yards, and what a turn of events. In 2 plays, you're looking at St. Louis taking a 12-6, 13-6 lead, getting in the end zone. 2 plays later, it's Las Vegas now with the lead.
A playmaker's dream backed up inside your own 10, and you go 94 yards with 1 play, a handoff to Scott Johnson, and the first touchdown of the game is a long one, Gerald.
It's a beauty. 94 yards. That's what you do. 1 play, 94 yards. Take the lead here, but you're giving St. Louis a lot of time with 3 timeouts. $1:08 to go, and they showed a propensity to move the ball on Las Vegas. So the game's not over yet, but let's see if they can shake off that turnover and put some points on the board before the half.
LC Mondavi brings that one out to the 20, 80 yards stand between St. Louis and a touchdown of their own. Gerald, they have fumbled in 2 carries in the red zone this game. The Bill Cherry fumble was recovered by them, but that fumble by Cairo Martinez sets Las Vegas up with 7 points.
That was detrimental. You think that being at the 6, the defense way St. Louis' defense is playing, have been good position, but no, it was just a great run there by Scott Johnson.
Brown able to thread the needle there to, I believe that is the tight end there, and that will set them up 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll throw here. Martinez off the left side. Got to be careful with it.
They got to secure that football. Call their first timeout here with 45 seconds to go. If you're St. Louis, you run that out route to the sideline. It seems to be working good here. You're gaining big chunks of yards with it. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 7.
They have a heavy formation out. They look more like they're ready to run this thing into the half. They will give Martinez off the left side and Max Jackson right there to wrangle him down. It'll be 3rd and 7, and they burn their 2nd timeout.
Interesting play call there to run the football. I mean, I know they've been having success running it on the outside, but this time, like you said, Max Jackson comes up with the stop here, bringing up 3rd and 7. Man, that one play just turned this game on its head right now.
Well, I don't mind running it either, but why burn the timeout if you're just going to run the clock out? Now, they look like they might throw. They will go in the bunch formation, and you can almost put money on the out route here. And there it is. Your bet would have paid off.
Yeah, but the bet would have probably been even money to get on 1-to-1. Let's see what here they have 27 seconds left here.
Brown, 5-step drop. Going to sling this across the middle. And that was the wrong decision. He pays the price. It's intercepted there. Chris Magel, another rookie, picks off Christian Brown.
3rd turnover of the half for St. Louis. He just broke off that route right.
Oh, that's...
That was great. I think that was great coverage there. Looking for Paul Dilivo here. 20 seconds. You're up 13-6. You're at the 41. Why not? You have 2 timeouts. I'd chuck it deep.
You could make the argument that Magel may have bumped into the receiver before the ball was thrown. It was 50-50. Refs let him play, and Magel comes up with the pick, not to take anything away from Chris. Obviously, a great interception that could potentially turn this game on its head.
Yeah, it was close to being a defensive pass interference, but like you said, the referee kept the flag in the pocket. So you see a little bit of argument there in the chat right there. But no, now look at the bunch formation here for Las Vegas.
Trips tight, bottom of the screen, single back is on. Colin Pierce will throw a quick out route. Oh, denied on the out route. Not going to let him have any of it was Nicholas Warner.
Nicholas Warner saying, you guys might not be able to stop the out route, but we can. It brings up 3rd and 10 here. 14 seconds left. Got the lead. Maybe just a run here as you see Slim Shady just yelling, just run it. But it looks like he's going to go back here and not going to get his wish on 3rd and 10 in the shotgun.
Left the formation. Here is Pierce going to take a deep shot down the middle of the field. Collected. Oh, down to the 36. It's a big catch there for John Blades.
John Blades with another good grab here. His 4th grab of the game. There might just be on the out reaches of Joe's range here. It'll be a 53-yarder. You have another timeout. Hey, run that bunch formation, try to throw it out, or just get some yards to get closer. Your kicker here, actually bringing him out here. It's going to be a 53-yard attempt.
53-yarder for Otis Bordeaux of Las Vegas with the potential to extend this lead. Bordeaux, all-time 94.1%. Kick for Otis is up and good! Oh, he got it from 53!
Glad it wasn't 54. I think that ball barely clears the crossbar, but either way, it's 3 points and got 10 unanswered points for Las Vegas here in the closing seconds of the first half. And wow, just a big change of event here.
Man, Otis Bordeaux And Scott Johnson really showing this game for Las Vegas and turning the tide, along with Chris Magel. And the Mondavi return will go ahead and take us to the halftime break. Las Vegas has jumped back out in front here, Gerald. They were out to a 6-0 lead. St. Louis clawed their way back in, but did leave some points on the table, and Las Vegas has taken advantage.
Both teams have really left points on the table here. As we come to the halftime stats, and you're going to see a big number here on the bottom. Evidently, we're not going to get to the stats.
You're not.
But 3 turnovers for St. Louis have cost them majorly. The fumble in the red zone the first time, they luckily fell on to get 3 points, but the second one was costly. Not only did it prevent them from scoring a touchdown, the very next play, Scott Johnson takes it for 94. So, I mean, if you're looking at the yards, it's definitely all St. Louis. 43 plays to 24, 13 first downs for St. Louis to 3 for Vegas. But those turnovers, Vegas has the lead.
Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudicelli wishing you a happy Easter Sunday. For those of you, hope you are able to spend it with family, friends, or whoever you feel like you care about the most. And while you're hanging out with them, you can let them know that the SFL's 3rd season of the minor league starts Friday, April 16th, the day before Wild Card Saturday. New players will take the field for the first time as they prepare themselves to get drafted to the pros. And if your friends or family want to get on the field, it's never too late. They can visit simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, create a player, and start building their career today. Gerald, I've found there's no time like holidays to tell people about the Simulation Football League. It's a great opportunity for everyone to hit the field.
Definitely, when they ask you what you're watching here, I mean, it's a great way to get on the field and a great way to live out your dream of being a player. So the SFL is definitely a place where you want to be.
Plenty of families here in the Simulation Football League. Some Mondavis, some Northrops in this game, along with plenty of other families across the league's bevy of teams.
You got the Harrells, you got the Dagses, you have plenty of family here. And actually, your locker room becomes your second family here, so it's definitely.
3rd and 4 facing Las Vegas. A deep ball is intercepted. Colin Pierce makes a mistake, and the return, oh, what a hit! Oh, my! And St. Louis turns the tide nearly immediately.
Big hit there by John Spartan, but that ball was just underthrown here. If that ball would have been a little bit further down the field, we would have been talking about a touchdown to Las Vegas, but that is the break at the St. Louis Gladiator team here. They needed to get a turnover. They got it. Now they need to put this ball in the paint, get them within 3.
Colin Pierce found Colin Northrup for the interception, and they were calling each other all day. Here is the give, right side, and that is Cairo Martinez, picks up 2.
Martinez there, 68 yards now. Scott Johnson's stats look a little bit skewed there, that 94-yard run. Cairo Martinez, 20 carries, coming up there with 68 yards, so they're running the football great. Let's see if they can get some points here.
Pressure coming. Brown has to unload. Caught. Down the seam. Unbelievable scenes. A touchdown for Phil Koss. And St. Louis strikes early in the second half.
Phil Koss, what a route there. And what a throw by Christian Brown. We see the replay right here. Great throw. Phil Koss comes right across the middle. Absolutely just freezes the two defenders there. And 2 plays, 32 yards, and St. Louis finally hit the end zone. We are cashing in on that turnover by Colin Pierce. And look now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a football game.
I mean, that's a great catch and run by Koss. Nothing to take away from that, Gerald. But Christian Brown just threw him open. He said, hey, you're going to want to go over here. I'm going to throw it a little out in front of you, and you're going to find your way to the end zone. Unreal.
That throw was fantastic because Phil Koss never broke stride. And it basically, that's what helped him get to the outside of Max Jackson and Tom Krieg there. They just had no chance of stopping him going to the pylon. Another that was a beautiful throw by Christian Brown. Got a 16-13 ball game.
Christian Brown, second round pick, 22nd pick in that round, 46th overall. 45 players went before Brown, and he has helped this St. Louis franchise to a 6-4 record. They're trying to get to 7-4, Gerald, and to do that, they have to beat this Fury team. They just picked him off. Colin Douglas took it away from Colin Pierce, and now Las Vegas, after a short turnaround, is right back on the field.
See if Colin Pierce can have amnesia from that last throw here. See if they can just somehow just maintain some possession right here.
Pierce looking to sling this one, and that one was offline. I don't know if I have much to say about that, Gerald. Please say something.
Something.
Nice.
That was just, I think he got happy feet, and I don't know what he saw there, but that was a horrific pass. If you're the coaching staff, you just might want to just put the ball in the hands of Scott Johnson right now. Pierce is looking really shaky.
2nd and 10 here. They will give it to Johnson. Johnson is caught up and will not get any yardage there. It'll be 3rd and 10. Pierce coming into the game, Gerald, 20 touchdowns to 27 interceptions this season, and he's just thrown a pick here today.
That's number 28 on the season. I think 6th worst. You got to have amnesia here if you're a quarterback in the SFL, because picks do happen. So let's see here, opportunity on 3rd and 10.
Here is a play action. They will throw their own out route, and it's dropped. Oh, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Gerald, that'll just make you sick, as Marion Corbetti could not haul it in.
Marion Corbetti, I believe, with his 2nd drop of the game, and that would have been a 1st down. That ball was, look at that ball just coming out there just a little bit, and maybe if that ball was thrown better, they would have caught it. But either way, it's a 3 and out for Las Vegas, and boy, has the tide turned in this game right now.
That'll make it 4th down, and St. Louis will get the ball back. Dustin Mickrak on to kick this one away, and he will boot it from their own 24-yard line. 8:35 to go here in the 2nd. St. Louis came after it, but was not really close. Elsie Mondavi stands in the back, and she'll bring it out to the 32.
This is a big drive here now for St. Louis. You have the momentum on your side. You have the rookie quarterback who's actually playing a little bit better in this half compared to Colin Pierce. See what Christian Brown, this offense, can do. 1st and 10th, around 32.
Brown, 12 touchdowns, 19 interceptions coming into the game. Does have the throw to Phil Koss for a touchdown on the last drive. He will go empty in the set, and Brown will throw underneath. That is caught for 6.
I like to see that ball get there a little bit quicker to Paul Dillard. Some of those floaters there get intercepted there. Tom Krieg on the stop. But it's a 2nd and 4 coming up here for St. Louis. I think they're good for a run for Martinez here. This is where the field that they've been running outside to the left side of the line and getting some great seal blocks.
8:13 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Brown going to dump it out to Martinez, and he's smacked right at the 39.
Comes up with the hit there. Nicky Cohen-Trell with the stop. 3rd and 3. Big drive. This is a big play for both ball clubs. For St. Louis to keep that momentum going, and for Las Vegas to try to stop the bleeding here. St. Louis has all the momentum, and they're in a shotgun set.
4 wide for the rookie Brown. He stands at 6'6", 220, and he'll take the snap and throw underneath. An incomplete, dangerous pass. Itera and Slyn Shady were there, 2 of the better players on this Las Vegas defense.
That ball had no chance of getting there. Great play there by Slyn Shady and America Terra to force a 3 and out. That's exactly what the doctor ordered Las Vegas here on this drive to force a punt. They're going to be punting. They're going to be probably deep in their own zone, but it's better than being down points.
4th and 3 cannot keep the drive alive, so they will send it back as these two teams swing momentum back and forth betwixt each other. And the return will come out to the 26. And Gerald, it's so hard to kind of judge at this point who has the upper hand. Both teams have shown that they had the opportunity and the weapons to take the game over. They just haven't kind of done so yet.
Both teams have been shooting themselves in the foot here. Colin Pierce has looked shaky in this half would be an understatement. Let's see what they can do here. First down at their own 26.
2 in the backfield here. They will give to Johnson up the middle, and he will pick up a yard.
See Johnson, 97 yards on 12 carries. Don't forget, folks, 94 of that came on one run. The other 11 carries just net 3 yards. If it wouldn't be for that big touchdown, Las Vegas would really be in trouble, I think, in the yardage department here. They just can't seem to move the football right now.
3 in the backfield. They'll give Johnson off the left, and he's in trouble again. 3rd and 9. 2 runs go nowhere. That time, Panani was there.
Panani with the big tackle there, forcing a 3rd and long situation here. And as shaky as Colin Pierce is right now in this ball game, if you're the St. Louis Gladiator defensive backfield, you're just chomping at the bit trying to get your hands on the football.
3-2 look out of the defense. Play action here for Pierce. Deep shot down the middle of the field. Caught. Oh, Mason Kirby got behind the safety and collected it and flips the field to St. Louis's 35.
This is what happened the first time the interception was thrown in this third quarter here. This time he gets it deep enough where it's over the defender, and Mason Kirby with the great catch there for our first down. That catch will put him over 5,000 yards for his career. So congratulations, Mason Kirby. But more importantly, it puts Las Vegas in field goal position.
Just on the edge of field goal range. Any backwards play would kind of take them out, although Johnson here has a 6-yard scamper that puts them a little bit more comfortably in range for Bordeaux.
He's been, like I said, been bottled up, but that was a big, big run there. 2nd and 4. If they could get that running game going, it might make life a lot easier for Colin Pierce.
2 receivers outside, single back offset to the right is Johnson. They'll feed him up the middle, and he falls forward to the 23. Full head of steam for Johnson, and that'll be 100 yards for him on the day. But like you said, Jared, a little misleading there.
Yeah, but right now he's running a lot better than he did in the first half. Usually he was just taken down right at the line. This time he's actually putting his shoulder down, driving those legs forward, and actually dragging defenders to get that first down. So Las Vegas right now here is looking pretty good on this drive, running the football.
Up by 3, 1st and 10 from the 23. They'll flip it outside, caught, and that'll give them 5. Nice catch there by Doug Britton.
Great little safe play there, little out route to Britton. Comes up for a 2nd and 5, and Britton is having a great game as well. Remember, he had that great punt return, set up Las Vegas first points.
Twins down bottom of your screen. Twins formation against a 4-3 look for the Gladiators. Here is a deep drop. Pierce throws backside, collected by the old man, Tiberius Bovine, but he is short of the sticks. Had to come back to get it.
That's only Tiberius' I think, 3rd catch of the ball game, his 3rd target. Yeah, this is where I'd like to see them use Tiberius Bovine here, down near the goal line here. A 3rd and 3. He's a big target, 6'3", 260. Let's see if Colin Pierce can hit him here on 3.
Pierce, short drop, will throw, fires across the middle, caught, 1st down yardage. It's not Bovine, but it is one of his receiving threats at tight end, A-star Miramontes with a catch.
First catch of the ball game, and it's huge. It takes them down to the St. Louis 5. They've had chances here. See if they can cash it in.
First and goal, 3:40 to go in the third. They will give Johnson left side, and for his
Great
second
block.
run of the day, Johnson's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That was great blocking on the outside. Doug Britton on the outside along. Oh, look at that block there by number 25, the fullback Malcolm Crowe. Just gets him in there, and what a drive! What a drive by Colin Pierce to shake off that interception and to put them back up here with the extra point pending by 10.
It was a 9-play, 71-yard drive. Johnson caps it off from 5 yards out and extends this lead, Gerald, which is something that St. Louis wanted to avoid.
Oh, definitely here, and that, like I said, that was great recovery there by Las Vegas. And now St. Louis has the ball. They've shown that they can move the ball down on Las Vegas now too. So now it's up to the other rookie, Christian Brown, to see if he can respond here. But what a great drive by Las Vegas. Like you said, 9 plays, 74 yards. Johnson with his second touchdown rushing of the day. Not as impressive as the first, but it counts just the same.
St. Louis currently sits atop the East Division, trying to stay atop of that division. Las Vegas in the West is not able to win that division, but they are in the playoff hunt. At the beginning of the week, they were in the 9th seed. Who knows where they are now after all the shuffling from yesterday's results, but a win today would definitely help their playoff cause. Same goes for the St. Louis Gladiators, as Tulsa and Atlanta wait behind them, trying to have their opportunity to win that division. That toss outside is a good one from Brown. It's first down yardage.
Was Mondavi over the 100-yard mark now at 122 yards. That out route has just been the death of Las Vegas now. St. Louis just running that play to absolute perfection. Look at it. Just there's nobody around him. Puts it on his hip and right away, like first play, they're almost in midfield. See if Las Vegas can find some way to stop the passing game right now of St. Louis.
Amazing that the bench there didn't get a warning for being on the field. That was a little wild there. Here is the give to Martinez for 3. I don't know if you saw the bench there, Gerald, but they just kind of almost ran on the field. They were so excited.
Yeah, I was trying to like which player would have been, but that's a great observation by you on that front. So let's see here on 2nd and 7. See what Christian Brown and the St. Louis Gladiator offense can do.
2nd and 7, they'll give to Martinez, and Martinez through one, spins back inside, has the first down to the 44, a strong run from Cairo.
It looked like Drew was going to have him for maybe stop him just short, but Slim Shady comes from backside pressure, and he absolutely hits him forward, hit him that first down. So they're in Las Vegas territory. They're at the 44-yard line here with just over 2 minutes to go in the third.
Here is Brown, 7-step drop, and he'll get taken down. A sack for Las Vegas at a good time. They needed that.
9-yard loss, the first sack of the ball game as Ryan Ray comes up huge, along with, I believe that was Red Sawyer. So first sack of the ball game. Both of these quarterbacks came in with being sacked 33 times. So they actually did a good job of protecting him so far in the game, except this time Brown goes down for the loss.
Here is Brown looking to throw it again. He will dump it underneath. Caught, turning upfield is Mondavi, and he will pick up 12 of those 19 and make it 3rd and manageable.
The big play there. 3rd and manageable. Mondavi, 10 catches for a $134. Creeping up on that 1,000-yard mark for the season. Like that was a big play. 3rd and 7 here. The whole playbook's open. Let's see what they can do here. 20 left to go in the game. Big 3rd down.
Bunch formation. Brown under center here. 3rd and 7. Well protected, but now that protection's breaking down. The throw is in and out of the hands of the receiver. Had to find someone to get rid of it too and could not complete.
Jacob Swaim there on target. Comes down incomplete. Great coverage there. The outside linebacker, Slyn Shady, will bring up 4th and 7 here. And the punting unit coming on here. Let's see if they can pin them inside the 10 here. Try to make them go the length of the field.
They will send it back here at Colin Pierce today. 13 of 19 for 127. No touchdowns, the 1 interception. Will take over with 59 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
Not that good of a punt there by Graham Northrop, only netting 28 yards. Now you have the ball here, 23-13 lead. Scott Johnson, 114 yards. He's creeping up on the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Let's see if Las Vegas can take some time off this clock.
2 in the backfield, tight end flex. They'll give Johnson off this right side. Johnson was refusing to go down at first, and then St. Louis made him go down.
Tom Tanner goes, okay, keep spinning, I'm going to hit you. He did for a gain of 2 yards. St. Louis defense has not played bad in this game. It's just that one long run just seems to like shake him for just a little bit, but they're playing good now.
3 in the backfield. They give Johnson, and he is rattled down behind the line of scrimmage. Wow, St. Louis really is reading these runs well.
Big tackle there by Mo Biggins, the big defensive tackle, 6'7". Big for a defensive tackle, 312. Takes the tackle in the backfield. It's going to force 3rd and 11. The throwing situation for Colin Pierce.
4 wide. They've run play action out of this set. Here is Pierce. Stands, just delivers one right across the middle. Laces it for 1st down yardage.
Who else but John Blades, leading receiver of this team, and that's detrimental to St. Louis.
Huge toss across the middle. It definitely was one that Las Vegas would benefit from hitting, and they do hit it right across the middle to Blades, and that will move the chains to end this 3rd quarter. A 10-point lead for Las Vegas. They hold the football with 11 minutes to play. Get your 4s up in chat. $11 minutes on the clock. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice. Stephen Hacker running the stats truck for us, and Johnson there will pick up 3 and make it 2nd and 7.
You see 115 yards for Johnson. 2nd and 7 coming up. St. Louis has been victimized here in the middle of the field, like the last play that we just saw at the end of the 3rd quarter, and a couple of the big pass plays have gone deep middle here. See if Las Vegas can keep exploiting that.
3 wide here. They'll flip it out to Johnson out of the backfield, and he is tackled inbounds. It'll be 3rd and 5. Big opportunity for St. Louis here. They need 10 points to get back into this one.
To get those 10 points, you need to make a stop here defensively. It just seems like Johnson, Colin Pierce, and this Las Vegas Fury offense seems to got their footing after a shaky start here in the 2nd half.
4 receivers wide here for Pierce in the gun. He will look to throw. Slings it on the corner route. One-on-one caught. Down the sideline is the receiver. He'll get tackled at the 14, but it's a huge play for Las Vegas as they find Doug Britton.
Doug Britton just goes up and absolutely gets that ball. I love that play. Would have those receivers crossed like that. That is just a great play. It just confuses the secondary, but he just went up and got that ball. And yards after catch was absolutely unbelievable as well. Puts both arms to cover that football to prevent the turnover. Great job there by Colin Pierce and Doug Britton.
That'll set them up 1st and 10 in the red zone here, right at the 14-yard line, with the opportunity to try and extend this lead. They're up by 10. Here is the play action. Out of the gun, they'll fire near side, caught, touchdown Las Vegas. A huge score for Marion Corbetti, extends this lead for the boys in white and black.
Marion Corbetti, we have a flag down here. Oh, it's going to be a late hit against the Gladiators. A little bit of frustration there at number 42, Mark Gronick. But what Malcolm Corbetti had to drop earlier comes up big, helped them go up maybe 30-13. That might have been the seal for the game right there. That was just a great throw for Colin Pierce.
Pierce able to thread the needle down to this near side, and it gives Las Vegas an extended lead. And for St. Louis, now really finding themselves in a big hole that they're going to have to try and climb out of if they want to get to 7 wins today. Kick up and through for Bordeaux. It's now 30-13.
Big drive there for Las Vegas, taking now a 17-point lead. It's now a 3-score ball game, and St. Louis has to find something here offensively now. It's now going to be on the arm of Christian Brown.
Fort Worth, with a victory over London, has clinched the South Division. So a big hats off to the Fort Worth Toros for getting the South Division locked up and securing their playoff spot. St. Louis and Las Vegas trying to strengthen their playoff resumes today. Las Vegas in front, looks on the way to 7 wins, but don't count out St. Louis just yet, Gerald.
Oh, they definitely have the playmakers with Mondavi, Dilivo, Koss. You saw Koss is having a fantastic game. Along with Guy Clausen, Karen Martinez, they have the offensive weapons here. It's up to Las Vegas to stop them.
Christian Brown, 21 of 28 today. He will look to throw. Here is the pass underneath. It is caught and good for 7.
With the tackle, great with the catch there. Great tackle there by Tom Krieg. Brings up a 2nd and 3. I like to send my congratulations to Fort Worth also. Clinching the division at the South Division is a tough division. A lot of great teams in there.
A lot of great teams across the SFL, and the playoffs are where they all congregate with an opportunity to win the trophy at the end of the year. 2 in the backfield, they'll give to Martinez, and he is dropped right in the backfield. A.K. Jones has been all over Cairo today.
In the backfield, once again, just blows by the offensive line. I don't know if they missed a blocking assignment, but how do you miss 6'5", 310 defensive tackle, A.K. Jones, and they're back to that transformation.
Here is the deep drop and a sack. Las Vegas strikes home twice. Ryan Ray, the Week 3 rookie, will get a sack there, and it will force St. Louis to punt again.
It gets a little bit of that March Madness going on, able hitting that jump shot. But Las Vegas now has all the momentum. The defense has just come to life there with that last touchdown drive. And St. Louis is in a world of hurt.
Low snap. They will get the punt off as Las Vegas didn't come after it. A short punt, though, will get a little bit of a return here out to the 43, and Las Vegas starts on the St. Louis side of the field.
It really wasn't the opposite of the start of this football game. But now let's see here. 8:05 to go in the ball game. Gotta, I think, give it to Scott Johnson here. Let some of this time run out here and just come home with the win.
3-4 look for St. Louis. They look ready to play the run. They will give it to Johnson. Johnson spins off a 1, will pick up 4 with 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter of play. We welcome those of you who just watched Fort Worth clinch the South Division by defeating London 37-24. This is Gateway Coliseum here in St. Louis, Missouri, where the visiting Las Vegas Fury have come in and put a 30-13 lead over the St. Louis Gladiators in a game where this man, Scott Johnson, went 94 yards earlier in the game. He'll get the first down there. And this is 7:26 to go here in the fourth. I'm Andy Hamilton, and Gerald Scott Johnson has ripped off some really good runs today, and other times has looked a little bit average.
Average, to say the least, but that was a great run there to get the first down. He was actually held to 0 yards. It was actually a negative category here early in this ball game, but that 94-yarder just seemed to put some life into him. Now he's up over 120.
They will throw, and a sack coming for St. Louis. If you like sack lunch, you came to the right place. The Gladiators dial one up. Tom Tanner.
Tom Tanner with the sack right there gets a little bit of help there along with Todd Dubstat. Comes up with that sack. Comes up to 2nd and 14 here, and that just might have put him out of field goal range.
Yeah, they dropped it back to the 37, 2nd and 14 for Pierce, who's played well today. 17 of 23, now 18 of 24, as he finds Tiberius Bovine, but they'll only get a yard out of the tight end.
That's a gracious yard there at most here. Bringing up a 3rd and 13. Should have stayed in bounds and kept that clock moving, but either way, I think you just take a nice, safe run here. Yeah. Otis Boudreau out there to make this a 20-point game here, but they're in the shotgun.
Yeah, they'll ignore everything that you say, Gerald. They'll go 4 wide. Here is Pierce going to take a deep shot, and he pays the price. There is a penalty flag. We'll have to check on that. But for the moment, it is an interception for Nicholas Warner.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be a personal foul. Roughing the passer call. Wow. Roughing the passer on Todd Dubstat. Let's see what the flag is here. That was just uncalled for. That ball was out for at least 3 seconds. That's just an unbelievable. Just call it a dumb play, because basically it nullifies the turnover and just gives them new life at the 19. That's a costly penalty.
Yeah, it was everything that St. Louis needed, a turnover there without giving up any points, and Dubstat erases it with a mistake. 1st and 10 they give to Johnson, and he will take another 4 yards.
Now it's going to be whether or not it's going to be a touchdown or a field goal for the Vegas Fury right now. That's just an unbelievable, unforced error there by St. Louis.
Here's the give, right side. Johnson will pick up 4 more. You definitely want to try and hold him to a field goal here, Gerald. Currently a 3-score game. A field goal would keep it at a 3-score game. A touchdown would extend it.
A touchdown would basically be lights out. But it's 3rd and 2 here, and Johnson has been running like a man possessed here in the second half, especially in this fourth quarter. See if they can keep these chains moving.
St. Louis shifting all over. They're putting heavy pressure on the right side. This throw, though, is caught on the out route to the 6. It's a first down for John Blades, and it was St. Louis all day who has worked the out routes to perfection, and Las Vegas dials one up when they need it most.
Great play call there. Gets the first down to get it to the 6. And St. Louis has been doing a great job keeping Blades out of the end zone. Now it's going to be here 1st and goal at the 6. 5-10, the clock running.
3 wide. Here is Pierce going to throw
out
route, and it's wide open. That is about as open as it could get. A huge score for Las Vegas, and Mason Kirby might have just put this one out of reach.
Touchdown number 7 on the season. But yeah, they just got lost. Wow. Nicholas Warner maybe thought he had help on the outside. tucked inside and just left absolutely wide open. One Mason Kirby, 36-13. Goff, if you took the over, go to the pay window.
49 combined points, and now Otis Bordeaux on to try and add an extra point to extend the lead even further. Currently sits at 23. Now with that kick there is up to 24. And Gerald, if the score line ended right here, it would not tell the tape of today's game.
Oh, definitely not. St. Louis really had the momentum in the first half, but it just seems like the second half that this team, Las Vegas team, made some great adjustments here. And Colin Pierce came out really shaky. But after that first drive in the third quarter, it's just been all Las Vegas all the time.
LC Mondavi will bring this one out across the 20, and it'll get out to the 21. 1st and 10 with 5:01 to go here in the game. And Gerald, for all that has happened, I think Christian Brown has played a pretty good game today. 22 of 29. Just the 2 picks are the only blemishes really on his game.
He has played a really, really good game, like you said. 75% completion percentage, 234 yards. Both quarterbacks have played well, but it's just the turnovers have been killing them right now.
Bunch formation, pressure coming. Brown barely gets rid of that one before he is blasted by A.K. Jones, who has been all over the field today.
Yeah, with A.K. Jones having 2 tackles and a tackles for loss, it's just been all over that backfield of St. Louis today, disrupting nearly just about every short run play that they've done.
Bunch formation again. Single back is Martinez. Here is Brown on a 7-step drop. Throws on the run. That one's caught on the outside. Up the sideline. Nice little play there from Brown.
Great way to get away from the pressure. Scrambling out a little bit to his left. And they keep this formation. This is the formation that's been burning Las Vegas in this ball game.
Deep ball caught down to the 34. Now some signs of life from St. Louis.
They're sticking with that bunch formation here. Just something that Las Vegas has yet to have an answer for.
Brown, sidearm there on the out route, caught for 8. And you're right, they don't have an answer for it.
This is where the majority of their yards have come from. Eagle Mondavi coming up with 152 yards so far for the game. Again, the out route, beautifully thrown.
And that one goes out of bounds. And if I'm St. Louis, I'm sticking with that formation.
There's no, they should have been playing this formation the whole time because Las Vegas in the first half didn't have an answer, still doesn't have an answer for it here in the second half. That catch put Eagle Mondavi over the 1,000-yard mark for the season, so congrats him on a great season, but now they need to get to the end zone.
24 points the difference. 4 minutes to go would certainly be an amazing comeback if it were to happen. Bill Cherry up the middle will pick up a yard.
Odd play there. You were running down the field here in that bunch formation. Now you're running the football. I would call a timeout. Get out of this formation here. This is going to cost you a lot of time.
They feed Cherry again, and he will rip off another 3, and it'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, questionable, very questionable play calling. I mean, do you think so, Andy? I think that's just been, they had that trip formation that was working great. See if they can come here. They need a conversion here, 4th and 5.
Bunch formation out again. It has been money all day. Brown, 7-step drop, delivers. Touchdown, St. Louis. It does not get much easier than that. He's able to lace it across the middle to one of his backup options, and Jacob Swaim pays dividends for the Glads.
Big touchdown there for the Gladiators to make it a little bit respectable. Again, that trips bunch formation has been deadly for St. Louis here, and they got it into the end zone. They need the 2-point conversion though here. Okay, and they're going for the extra point. I disagree with this.
The extra point will put them down by 17 as opposed to 16. And I think you're right, Gerald. 16 would be a 2-score game, and 17 would be, or excuse me, 17 would be a 3-score game still. So now they are down by 17, 37-20 after the extra point from Shalizzy is up and good. And with 3:16, we're going to line up and see an onside kick here.
You know, see the onside kick, but man, that's just you had a touchdown to make it a 2-score game, and you still leave it a 3-score game. I don't understand.
Kick is up, and Las Vegas fields that one cleanly. Max Jackson out there on the hands team.
If you want to have a guy with sure hands, take the 7-season vet that has 51 interceptions on his career. Great onside kick recovery right there.
So a 17-point lead and the football from the 42 would need about 10 yards to get into field goal range. St. Louis does have all 3 of their timeouts trying to stick in this game, although it will be tough. Scott Johnson off this left side picks up 2.
Scott Johnson, you see 137 yards after just basically, you couldn't get much of a worse start than Scott Johnson did in this ball game. Has come up huge. This team actually broke the game wide open with that big run. I think that was the play that just shook all the momentum to Las Vegas.
4-3 look here out of the Gladiators. 3 in the backfield with 2:36 to go. Johnson is the deep back. They will feed him off this right side, and Johnson only gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8.
Great tackle there by Colin Douglas, fighting off the blocker. I believe that was Malcolm Crow, the fullback, that was trying to lead the way. He fought through the block and made the tackle. Great tackle as we're going to come up here to possibly the 2-minute warning before the snap of the football.
3rd and 8, 2 in the backfield, and we will get to the 2-minute warning. 17-point lead for Las Vegas, trying to close this one out. St. Louis struggling to stick with the Fury. 2 minutes on the clock. Don't go anywhere. It's the Simulation Football League. Trips tight, bottom of the screen here on 3rd and 8. They will give Johnson up the middle, and Johnson tackled shy, but might have just willed his way into field goal range, Gerald.
Wow, what a run. Just absolutely just burying the shoulder and just keeping those legs moving. It just seemed like the switch was thrown on Scott Johnson, just coming up and puts them, like you said, in field goal range now at the 33. This would be a 50-yarder here. Otis Boudreau.
We saw Boudreau earlier in the game hit from 50+. We'll see if he can do it again here to put this thing back to a 20-point game. Snap down, kick from Bordeaux, up and on the way, and it is good from 50 yards, now 40-20. Las Vegas and the foot of Bordeaux have extended this lead.
4 for 4. Otis Boudreau with 2 50-pluses, 53, and that 50-yard boot there with a $1:51 to go. Las Vegas is comfortably in front by 20 here, looking to go 7-4 and maybe solidifying a playoff spot.
Bordeaux will kick it away, and for St. Louis, this definitely does not put them out of the playoff conversation, but certainly could be a blemish that they look back on at season's end and just wonder if this game had gone a little bit differently for them, if they had, maybe been in, whether it's better seeding in the playoffs or, whether they missed the playoffs altogether, still to be seen as Week 12 action starts next week.
Both of these teams coming into this game were really streaky. I mean, Las Vegas started off with 2 wins, lost 4, and then won 4. And St. Louis had a heck of a start here. Started out 5-0, lost 4, gained the 1 win last week, but this week it just seems like it's all Las Vegas. So it could be one of those losses that you're like, Like this one loss could have just knocked us out of the playoffs.
Yeah, Tulsa in that Eastern Division sit right behind St. Louis, who coming into the week was on top at 6-4 and 2-1 in their division. Tulsa hasn't played this week, so they have the opportunity to get to 6-5, and they are 1-1 in the division. Deep drop for Brown. He will fire it down the field, and that one was nearly taken away by Warsaw.
And if I'm not mistaken, in that game with Tulsa, they lost that game 20-16, which that would actually put Tulsa ahead of them in the division standing if they were to win today against Louisiana.
And for Las Vegas at 6-4, they in the Western Division are behind Denver, who at 9-1 has comfortably won that division. But for Las Vegas, 7 wins would help them in the playoff conversation. But speaking of helping them, Dillavu's not done. Oh, 80 yards for St. Louis. The deep ball for the Gladiators finds Pater.
Dillavu with a big play of his own in this game. 80 yards, and hey, there's still time on the clock here. As he just goes through a couple of bits of press coverage, and then it was just an awesome throw there. And you see him just covering that football, looking for Merrick Terry just to knock that ball out, but he just couldn't do it. Took the tackle off. It got to the end zone here. And again, let's see if they kick the extra point. They can't kick the extra point here. They can't kick the extra point. This is another mistake here.
They will send on Shalizzi to try and kick this one up and through. Currently 40-26. And Shalizzi will line it up with 86 seconds left in the game. Kick up and through. Now 27-40.
Still make it a 3-score game. If you missed it, it was going to be a 3-score game. I don't get it. I think you should have tried the 2-point conversion there. Like you said, it's 40 out of 27.
Shalizzi lines up the onside kick. Second one for her today. This one bounces up and into the hands of Las Vegas again. Their hands team just putting this thing away.
This time it was the cornerback, I believe the backup wide receiver. Dennis Charney there, 6 foot, 200 pounds, coming up there with the recovery. And I think this is all over but the shot right now. You're going to see a little bit of a run here. Looks like for Scott Johnson again.
1st and 10. St. Louis does have 2 timeouts. They'll give Johnson off this left side. Johnson will fight his way forward out to the 24-yard line, and that's where St. Louis will have to take the timeout.
And that's going to put this game out of reach. First down there. It's first down and ball game. And right there, you're probably looking at your player of the game. Scott Johnson, 25 carries for a $146. 2 scores, also had 11 yards on 3 carries, but it's going to be victory formation here for the Fury, and they're going to move to 7-4.
And well-deserved. Their offense came out here in this second half of the game and dominated play once that second half kickoff was sent. Gerald, the first half looked like it was going to be a tight competition between these 2 tough teams, but Las Vegas prevails.
Yeah, Las Vegas, it was a 16-6 halftime lead. It was really close. Then, all of a sudden, that interception made it a close game, but after that interception, Alan Pierce has absolutely played fantastic here. To end the game 20-26, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, one to Kerber and the other one to Marion Cobretti. St. Louis didn't really play that bad. Christian Brown, 3 touchdowns, 27-37 for 380. 2 receivers over 100 yards. Dillavu with that big play is 111. Mondavi at 165. Martinez, 23 carries for 81 yards. It's just those turnovers and just costly mistakes by St. Louis really is what made this game made a total difference in this ballgame.
Gladiators are going to drop their 5th game in 6 They just beat Atlanta last week in a close one, a 2-point victory over the Swarm right here at Gateway Coliseum. Gerald, they've only beat one team with a winning record. All of the other victories that St. Louis has are against teams with below 500 records, and that does not bode well for them for the playoffs. On the alternative, though, Las Vegas has won 5 in a row after starting 2-0, and that's how they get to 7. And they really have turned the tide starting in Week 7 with their win over the Mavericks.
Yeah, they've come to play. They've won games by 30, 11. Then they also win the close, tight ones. Beat Arizona by 2, and Sioux Falls by 5. So a great win here for the Las Vegas Fury to go 6-4, knocking St. Louis to 6-5. As you can see, the stats are pretty well even there. Time of possession, the 3 big turnovers though for St. Louis, and that one penalty. I believe it was Mark Ronick, that roughing the passer penalty really sealed the deal here for St. Louis to get this loss. I think Las Vegas is going to be 5-0, like 5-0 in the last 5 games. Definitely has momentum coming in here to coming up to Week 12 here, maybe the postseason for them.
Yeah, Week 12 will definitely decide where these two teams end up, but for now, Vegas moves on to 7-4. St. Louis drops to 6-5. Gladiators, with a loss next week, would be 500, which is one of the better seasons they've had in their history. They went 5-7 last year, 6-6 in season 14, and have had rougher seasons prior to that. They would really like to get a winning season under their belt. Next week, will decide whether that is a reality for them. For Las Vegas, it is a winning season for the Fury. They've had a couple of rough ones, went 4-8 last year, 6-6 in season 14, 5-7 in season 13. You have to go all the way back to season 11 for the last time they had 7 wins. That was their first season in the SFL. They're back up to 7 wins. Congrats and hats off to the Fury, who played well today.
I definitely played well on both sides of the football. Shady 6 tackles, interceptions by Chris Magel and Max Jackson, putting pressure on Christian Brown all day. A total team win here for Las Vegas. This is definitely the momentum you need. St. Louis, just cut down the turnovers and shoot yourself in the foot. I think you can get to 6-6 with the win next week, but man, 6-6 doesn't guarantee anything. There's a lot of teams that could be 7-4 or even 7-5.
A lot of football yet to be played here in the Simulation Football League. Week 12 action kicks off next week, but there's more Week 11 action. Don't go anywhere today. Stick around, and you'll see plenty of football. Scott Johnson, your player of the game, the big 90-plus yard touchdown, and he had a couple more big ones, 28 attempts, 157 yards on the ground, and 2 scores. Well, for Gerald Giudice, I'm Andy Hamilton. We want to thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of your Sunday.